Pay attention, creepy weirdo.
I would like a strong, powerful woman to protect me.
He'll fight for America.
Hip, Poopy Square. The Playable Characters Podcast. Hey there, everybody. This is the Playable Characters Podcast.
PCP.
Hey,
Easy peasy.
what's
lemon
going
squeezy.
on? Keep it peasy, every CZ peasy.
For
What's going on,
sheezy.
everybody?
Hi.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey.
Calvin, how you doing?
Doing great,
This-
Olive. How are you doing?
I'm doing all
Olive,
right.
who was across from me, and Brian, who's to my left.
There you go.
right.
Calvin's doing the directions this
Yeah.
time.
Calvin and I are across, and then Brian is in the
Oh, I just
middle.
thought we shouldn't be calling these episodes. We should call it level. Like,
Yeah.
hey, this is level 45 or whatever it is. Starting level 100, we'll do that.
Yeah.
So
We'll do that.
We'll
Yeah.
retroactively change it back to a level.
It's a good
Oh,
idea.
yeah. Happy Martin Luther King Day.
Probably.
I hope
Just-
you guys celebrated
That
appropriately.
already passed, but all right.
Hey, never too
How
late.
are we supposed to celebrate it, Calvin? Is there like a specific way that you would
Oh,
like
you
us to
know.
celebrate?
Play video.
No, I don't know.
Play
Please
video
tell me.
games all day. Starring black people? Maybe.
So play 2 video games.
2 video games.
Or play Street Fighter, but only play as Balrog.
play the terrible Spawn video game, and that's it.
Oh, if that game was so bad.
Does it fall on the same day as President's Day usually?
No,
It's
President's
close.
Day is,
It's
yeah,
Monday,
it's like
right?
close.
It's always
But
like, oh, okay.
I don't know.
Just curious.
Anyway,
Yeah.
guys, welcome to the podcast right now. We have a great guest. We're going to dive in, and I love when we get the classics, the legends. This is from the Nintendo era.
Everybody played this game.
Everybody. My
Yes.
God, every single person in the world owned this game because it was one of the first ones, I think.
Yeah.
it's true.
You may know his colleagues or his teammates, we can say, medium and fat. Today we're talking to the skinny ice hockey player. What's up, man? How are you?
Hey.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
This is amazing that
Yeah.
you're here. We loved your game growing up.
Yeah.
so.
Sure.
I used to play it all the time.
I mean, it's weird to be introduced as just a skinny guy.
What's your
Like,
name? Oh, that's
yeah,
right.
it's
Yeah,
just
I'm
like because
sorry.
I have like a real,
Tell us your name.
I have a life, and I'm a real human being.
I'm so sorry. What is your name?
It's Matt's McDonough.
Matt's McDonough.
Matt's.
Yeah, Matt's.
Matt, like Matt's Vilander.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
tennis player, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Matt's McDonough.
I mean, he's European. He has, because hockey.
Yeah, you know how it is.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because I know in Europe they also say maths instead of math. So, yeah,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Really?
That's
Maths.
That's not where that comes from, though. It's MATS. He's saying maths.
Yeah. I'm not saying maths. I hope
Oh, no, I knew
I
that.
hope that was clear.
It sounded like you didn't know that, Calvin.
I feel like
think
that would be.
It was like, yo, Matt's. Like, I knew you were saying Matt's.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like
Okay.
that would be a weird,
Yeah.
a weird name, probably
That'd be
Matt's.
weird.
Not really.
Yeah.
Matt, like 2 Matts. Like Matt 1 and Matt 2.
Oh yeah,
are
like
Matts.
plural Mats.
Plural Matts.
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I say you've done a good job staying skinny? Like, because
Yeah,
I was
you look
also
great.
skinny when I played the game, but I'm no longer skinny.
Same here.
Yeah, I mean, there's it's mostly an eating disorder, but
Oh.
which is that's how how are you going to maintain to maintain skinny guy throughout the entire game,
Yeah.
year after year.
yeah.
Is that
You
a
know.
chronic problem in the pixelated ice hockey community?
It's a huge problem.
Oh.
Wait, is it which?
It's very demanding.
anorexia
Oh,
or
of course.
bulimia?
A little bit of both, actually.
Oh, double dipping. Oh my god, I didn't know that was a common thing.
just
To
make-
Whatever works.
It's like day to day. Just mix
that's
it up.
That
Yeah.
seems like very hard to do because you're like, oh, I don't want to eat, but then you eat a lot, and then you still like, it's,
Yeah,
it's tough.
Yeah,
Much like
that'd
real
be-
life. That's how bulimia works.
Wow. So
Damn,
Matt-
wait, so I'm sorry. I just want to get a little bit more in touch about this.
Yeah.
Is there like a community of you guys who like gotten together to be like, hey, this is unhealthy. Let's start eating again. Let's be mediums. Or
You know what? The problem is that if you try, you can't be a tweener, as they say, right? You can't be between skinny and medium.
yeah, you can't be a schmedium.
Yeah, you can't be a medium because you're not gonna. There's no position. There's no
no
role.
position in hockey.
There's no position in hockey for that. So you really have to maintain. It's really similar to gymnasts and stuff like that. You have to maintain that small like weights and be tiny.
Right, or
and-
like horse jockeys or something.
Exactly. So
You got to stay tiny.
we do talk about it.
Don't grow.
We do talk about it because we have to support each other because it's a difficult weight to maintain.
Do you get along with medium and fat? I mean, what do you call them? Sorry. I mean, I assume they have.
Well, no, we don't because we fight on
really?
the ice.
You
Yeah,
do? Yeah.
so we don't get along.
Also, skinnies don't fight skinnies.
Well, we can't. Well, that's the only. You only really have a shot if skinnies are fighting skinnies.
Yeah.
If you're fighting a medium
It's
or
a weight class
or a
thing.
fat, then I mean you really have no shot. You can run away from fat.
Right.
Medium might be able to catch you, but you can.
Yeah, but you can turn faster.
You could- yeah,
or something.
exactly.
Okay.
That makes a
Wow.
lot of sense.
What do you still play hockey now? Like, what have you been up to? Give us a quick background there.
Yeah, I still play. I play in like in an adult league.
Oh, okay.
And it's cool. So
All mixed body types now.
yeah, all mixed body. It's very it's body positive hockey.
Okay.
That's the name of the league.
Oh, I've seen the T-shirts.
Yeah.
T-shirts around the board.
BPH.
BPH. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So I've been doing that, and and I just been doing some freelance just blogging mainly.
Oh,
Yeah.
freelance blogging.
Freelance blogging. Yeah.
What topics
So
do you blog
blogging.
on? Yeah.
I guess.
I've been getting into just different just health,
Like ice skate reviews, stuff like that. Maybe.
ice skate reviews slash different my favorite nut of the week. You know,
Ice hockey /
nuts.
Okay.
Yeah, nuts and stuff.
What's
like
the nut of the week?
that. Right now, this week it has to be macadamia.
I was gonna say macadamia.
Where
do you
It's a
see that?
strong choice.
It's a good. It's a good.
It's a
nut.
good winter nut.
It
Yeah.
is, it is.
We just had Diddy Kong on last week, and he loves peanuts. Like that's like his thing.
Oh, that's
Diddy
interesting.
I love
Yeah.
that peanuts aren't those ones that are
They're currency.
not true nuts.
I don't know.
Oh, peanuts are not nuts. They're beans.
I
What?
think so, something like that. I
Blowing
could
my
swear
mind
there's
here.
like some nut that is not.
Is that like Pluto isn't a planet anymore?
Yeah, well, it's back to a dwarf planet.
Well, I just got a great idea from my next blog post, so thank you for
Thank
that.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah, just next week.
Are peanuts real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our peanuts fake news.
They're definitely
Hard
real.
hitting issues.
So
Let's talk about how you
okay.
got your start in ice hockey.
Can I ask one question before we do that? What's the maximum weight for like? What's the breakdown between the different?
Oh well, maximum weight for a skinny,
A skinny,
is 96 pounds.
Oh
Okay.
wow.
Oh,
So
that's hella skinny.
That's very very.
It's like a model.
Yeah, that's why it's
Wow.
so it's hard, you know.
Damn.
And yeah, and we're also like gorgeous, like
You got that
like
runway
models,
body.
Oh, yeah.
body.
Yeah. So I mean, there's a lot of the skinny ice hockey players are also models
Really?
as well.
Okay.
I
Well,
can see
your
that.
your cheeks are they're real popping right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like they're.
But you're missing a couple teeth, so I'm wondering, does that affect the model?
Look, it's a niche market, you know, and there's people are into everything. Okay?
Yeah, that's true.
What are you modeling? What like with the when you have missing teeth? Like what kind of products do you get to model?
Tobacco, spit, like things like that, like the whatever. It's
how do you
called.
model tobacco?
No, like the thing
Like
where
chewing
people-
tobacco.
like
chewing
the
tobacco. Yeah,
what's it called?
chewing tobacco.
Yeah,
Snuff, yeah.
Skull, whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, Skull's a company. You
Yeah.
don't really. Okay.
I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there.
I've seen your ad before the movies sometimes.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
the skull
Yeah.
ads. I think I have seen that.
That's a
I
good-
didn't realize that was you.
Yeah, that was me, and that's it's a good time. I'm glad that those ads are still running. So
Yeah.
Since
a long time.
1988.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So when I played ice hockey, I would usually choose. You pick 5 guys, right? Or 4?
Four.
It was 4. I did 3 skinnies.
Well, 4 and 4. Well, 5 including the
You
goalie.
can't change that.
You can't
I would
change the
usually pick 3 skinnies and a fat. That was my lineup a lot of times because be nice and quick
Right.
with the skinnies, pass them around, and then have the fat guy just kind of lingering around.
The enforcer.
yeah, exactly.
Is the
So-
goalie what weight is the goalie? Is
The
he,
goalie is probably it looks more like a medium. You know,
Yeah.
we never really talk to the goalies too much.
I got a bantamweight sense personally, but I wasn't sure.
You have a what?
Bantamweight is what I felt.
Bantamweight. Oh, that's like a fighting.
It's like a boxing.
a
term.
boxing
Yeah.
thing. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, we're not really. It's hockey's.
It's a lot of segregation in the hockey world. Like the goalies don't talk to you guys. The different weight classes
They're
don't talk to each other.
They're a different breed of human being. You know, you have to be kind of a maniac to put on a Jason mask and let people take shots at you.
I think it
Yeah.
became a Jason mask later. I think it was originally a hockey mask. Right?
Well,
Am I right
originally
about
there was
that?
no
Right.
mask at all, so you had to be an absolute psychopath, right?
That's true.
So I mean, we had to convince them to put on a mask because
Yeah, come on,
they were losing eyeballs. One of my buddies, his eyeball fell all right onto the ice, and I saw it, and I'm like, "Hey, man, there's options
Yeah.
to prevent things like this." So I'm glad they finally, Nintendo finally enforced that.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, Nintendo makes all
Nintendo,
the
yeah,
regulations.
Nintendo changed the game of hockey.
That's good.
Yeah, that's really nice of them.
That's amazing.
So yeah, so we didn't hear about your start. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure you. What did you do? How did you end up being like a skinny guy?
Oh, how did I end up being skinny? Well, I mean, I was always pretty good at being thin for my entire life, and that was it showed a lot of promise. I enjoyed the snow. I enjoyed just being around cold,
Coldness,
cold
right.
things,
Yes.
And
It's not a lot of snow in hockey. Probably ice. More
I
than that.
did
Yeah.
ice, but you got to start somewhere.
Right. Yes.
Of
yes.
course, of course.
You can't you got to walk. You got to crawl before you can walk. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
It's
yes.
rare that skinny people, like most of them, don't like being cold. They're cold all the time, like Chihuahuas. But it's good
I
that
was
you
like,
guys
yeah, for me,
embraced it.
I'm freezing right now.
Calvin's always chilly.
I
got a little more.
I mean, I'd be chilling, but I'm also chilling.
I got a little more meat on me.
I'm not gonna-
I'm usually okay.
yeah, but when
Okay, so I liked it.
yeah, I don't know. I just it was a gift. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
it's
can't exactly explain it. But I got into hockey. I wasn't necessarily the best on the ice, but yes, I was elusive.
You're fast.
I was
Yeah.
fast,
Yeah.
you know, and mediums and fats. They had just a tough time keeping up.
Yeah.
So once there were scouts from Super Famicom. So they were from Japan, obviously.
Right.
They were like, hey, you know what? I think you might. We have a game coming up, and I think you might work out perfectly for this. And then it worked out, and then I got sent over to America for ice hockey, and here I am now.
Your history
Wow.
has been made. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it's,
Did you ever consider going to the NHL or something, like do like a pro career?
I don't know if 96 pounds would make it in the
Yeah.
NHL.
A lot of the bar is a little higher.
We don't see a lot of skinnies in the NHL,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's and that's really the real shame, you know. And I'm on this podcast to kind of help change that, you know,
Yeah.
to kind of change the culture.
Use our platform. Go for it. Yeah.
Yeah, and so they should be a bit more welcoming of skinnies out there in the NHL and in world hockey overall.
Yeah. A lot of mediums, I guess. Not so many fats, but definitely hardly any skinnies, it seems like. A lot of mediums in
Yeah,
regular
a lot of
hockey.
mediums, a lot of they're slightly husky. They're very
There's some
tall.
Fats.
There's some fats.
Well,
There's
I guess
some.
husky or
Yeah.
Zaftigs. I don't know.
Zaftig.
Yeah, this is you introduced us on this podcast.
Oh, that's right.
Zaftigs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Trying to make some culture.
Is that like a slur? What is that?
It's like more of like a German term for like Rubenesque. You know.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
still lost.
It's like Ruben, like fat, but like
Oh, okay.
attractively fat.
Ruben, like from.
Like not like Ruben
Not Ruben
Studdard.
Oh, that's right. I just literally thought you meant Ruben Studdard from American Idol. Like
No,
he's-
Rubenesque is before. Well, it's like a Reuben sandwich.
Right.
It's like
He's got his
big.
own adjective. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Rubenesque. All right. Interesting. So, what's so you're still playing now? That's good.
Yeah.
Right. What's your weight now? I mean, 96 is a high. What are you at right now? Would you say?
I'm at 99, and this is the
Oh.
heaviest I've ever been.
Okay, really?
goodness.
Oh,
are
wow.
you trying to break triple digits or what are you?
I mean, I don't know what. I don't know how people are gonna treat me if I do hit the triple digits.
Yeah.
It's I'm incredibly self-conscious and about maintaining my weight. And yes, it has been nearly 30 years.
Right.
It's like a pound every 10 years that you're gaining.
Yeah,
It's not bad.
which
It's
is
pretty
which is brutal. And I wish I wasn't getting so fat so quickly.
No, you look great.
Okay,
Listen,
thank
you're
you.
fine.
No, you-
Listen,
yeah.
It's just it's just hard sometimes.
as
And
you know, Matt, your body's beautiful. Okay,
thank you.
I want you to feel that.
Thank you.
Are
Calvin.
you staying close to 96 in case you need to get back into hockey, like
Sure.
professionally?
Yes, because you never know when the reboot is coming. And
I was going to say, it's one of the most popular games that was never rebooted, like specifically. There have tons of hockey games, obviously,
Sure.
but never ice hockey in particular.
well, I think it's
I
a
don't
little
think.
bit, the PC culture nowadays. When as soon as you pick fats, you're gonna get somebody at your door saying, "Hey, no, you can't say that anymore."
that. Yeah.
And just the culture nowadays is just it's too soft.
Yeah, it is soft.
Yeah.
Would you want to do the reboot with like if they said we got to do the reboot, but we got to change your name? Would you not be skinny, medium, fats? Would you be okay with like doing something different?
No, but it's like the N word. Like skinny people can call themselves skinny, and
Oh.
mediums can call themselves mediums, and fats can call themselves
I
fats.
feel like
right.
mediums, they
Because you
can
my
just-
skinny son.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
This is great. Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
What do you prefer to be called? Since we can't call you, the S word. What
I mean, I
what is your
can.
preference?
I
Yeah.
feel bad.
Calvin can. Calvin
I've
can.
said it 10 times. I feel bad so far.
I didn't know it was a slur.
Yeah.
Also,
No,
I
that-
used to be skinny. Did my grandfathered in from like when I was 98
Well, we all
pounds.
used to be skinny.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all used to weigh 8 pounds.
Even I did.
Okay.
No, I came out 10.6. I was
Wait, did you
enormous.
really?
I was
Yeah,
enormous,
he's always
Oh, yeah.
I was always been a fats. I was an early fats, then had some skinnies, then mostly fats.
I mean, in this context, I'm okay with it, and you can call me as skinny as much as you
Right,
want.
but
Or
let's
I
say-
mean, Matt's.
Yeah, Matt's. I'll call you
is
Matt's,
cool.
but-
yeah.
but you know.
Have you seen how the fats, I guess, quote unquote, work out or maintain their size? Like, have you got a witness to see how they stay so big and large?
Yeah, what's
Yeah,
your
it's just
diet?
they just eat garbage. I mean, it's just pretty consistently eating awful food.
Yeah.
And for some reason, they get rewarded with an ice hockey contract, which I don't understand. But you need them because who's going to sit in the penalty box fighting those some of the savages on the other team.
Right.
You need them.
Yeah.
It's like in roller derby too. You have like the same thing. You have skinnies and fats and stuff like that.
You got
Like,
the big-
the fats like fight each other, and the skinnies like go around.
you got
real
the big
fast.
gal that's
Yeah.
ready to take some punches.
Yeah.
So tell us about the practices. I mean, how is your coach like?
Well, the majority of the practice is it's not. Look, in the NHL, you have you have rules, right? You have
Icing.
offsides,
Offside,
icing.
yeah.
You have no
Checking or
no
whatever it's
two line passes,
High sticking, yeah.
high stick, all these things. But these things in ice hockey, that's
Anything
anything.
goes.
So it's very. I mean, the coach honestly doesn't even need to be there. He does not contribute much. It's not really much about strategy.
Yeah.
It's really the focus of any training is just to get the puck, hit it towards the goalie as much as possible. Mostly because the goalies are exceptionally good in the game, and you really cannot get a puck past
hard.
them.
No, it's very hard.
It's very complicated. So there's no amount of strategy
Yeah.
will be useful enough to help you actually score any goals in the game.
Yeah.
So the majority is just shooting at the goalie incessantly, and getting into skirmishes and scuffles with some of your opponents,
Yep.
and then figuring out the best practices on how to get out of a big scrum with the entire team, which is it's basically like a cartoon tornado,
Right.
Right.
where you get into a big fight and
Is that
fist.
fun? Is that fun though? Kind of sometimes.
You know what I gotta say? It's the only time I feel alive.
Yeah, it's good.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's really all. Any other training?
Who decides when to switch between like a skinny or a fat or medium? I mean, the player decides, I guess, a little bit, but does a coach like say, "Hey,
We need you
Get out
to,
of here.
to put
Hey,
on
we
a few
need a
pounds.
skinny in, or like, hey, we need a fat.
Oh well, I mean, you mean like if the coach is going to ask you to gain weight or lose weight to change?
yeah"? Has that ever happened? Have you ever somebody's moved up or down? Like a medium's like,
a
you know
weight
what?
class?
I'm still growing, or I'm gaining like sympathy weight because my wife is pregnant. I'm gonna move up to heavy or something like that.
True story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it. It's a I gotta say it's a tough transition.
What's the limit of the fats? Like, what do they start at? What's their weight?
What's like the bottom
Yeah.
weight for them? I mean, look, it's really difficult for me to judge because I would never ask. You can't ask a
Oh.
fat's his weight.
Oh, it's like asking a woman her weight.
Oh
right?
my!
You
It is.
okay.
You'll never hear the end of it. Okay. Really? You in 2018? They do
think they're
that. They
proud
do
of
one
that.
of those
That's
things.
what their
voices
That's
sound
what they get very offended.
Okay.
I'm gonna assume
Yeah.
it's somewhere between 300 pounds and 1
Whoa.
ton. I
Wow,
can't tell.
That's heavy on the ice.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's heavy on the ice.
So there's a big range for the mediums too, if you think about it, between about 1 and
between
300
300 and
almost.
96, I guess. It's kind
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
like quite a range.
Yeah. Okay. Can we talk about blades of steel? Is that a sore subject for you?
I mean, sure. Yeah, I guess if you want.
How do you feel about the blades of steel?
I mean, if you want to talk about, the game I was cut from.
Oh.
But
We do now. Tell us what happened there.
I mean, it was just
Too skinny.
too skinny.
Too pixelated.
Which is effectively racism. I don't know what else. A
little bit.
based
Yeah.
on what I look like.
Yeah.
Yes.
'Cause
Nah.
we can't even tell what you look like. So really,
Yeah,
You can still skate. That's all.
Yeah, I can skate. I have somewhere between 14 and 28 pixels comprised of my body,
Right.
and I feel like that's
It's enough.
enough. That's a good resume.
yeah.
But no, I didn't have what it took.
Is that what your resume is? Just a picture of you and like pixels on a paper.
But a description of how many pixels I
right.
am
Oh,
as
okay.
well.
Oh,
Yeah.
you say like, this many pixels.
Exactly.
Pretty recognizable.
Freelance blogging, like
Yeah,
things
yeah.
like that. Okay.
Yeah. Pretty sure when Bowser applies for a job, he just puts his face like this is Bowser. You know what he's
Yeah.
doing. You know what he brings to the table.
fire and
you know-
angry eyebrows.
Yeah. You know what Matt brings to the table, I think.
You guys ever interact with other athletes, like like the football guys or the
Or like NBA Jam people.
Wow.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Like I'm good friends with the Tecmo Bowl guys.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
Tecmo Bowl guy.
Tecmo Bowl. Yeah, yeah. We have in there's a yearly conference, and we hang out and we sort of catch up and talk about how good things were back then.
Good
And,
old
Right.
days.
Those guys are all sort of like celebrities, right? Because they're like
Barry
named after.
Sanders
They're named
and-
after real NFL players.
Yeah. So that's I walk through the conferences a little bit more anonymously than some of the other guys, but we still shared great times.
That's good.
It was the 80s, cocaine.
Right. Yeah,
even- cocaine.
Did you have groupies? Are they like into like skinny groupies?
I'm sure that's got to be.
Oh, of course. Yeah. I mean, you can be a thin guy and a thin ice hockey player and get I guess bitches. I guess I mean whatever. I don't know about you. I'm trying to look. You guys are very cool and diverse.
Have you settled
I'm
down
trying-
now? Are you still like single? Have you settled down or?
No. I'm still I still coast on the little bit of fame I had in the 80s.
Right.
And that's fine.
And the modeling also.
Modeling helps
Yes,
a little bit. But even just like those TV actors from the 80s that do autograph signings, and there's 14 people still there to see. That's 14 people that are still excited to see me.
Yeah,
So that's
like at sporting
we were
expos
very
or
excited to have
Comic
you.
Cons,
Yeah.
things like that. You go.
exactly.
Okay.
So those are that's my bread and butter.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, it was a great game. I used to love playing it. Again, three skinnies. That was my thing.
Good. You know what? And not many people did that. And I applaud you for making that choice and bringing more awareness. And by picking a majority skinny team.
I would lose most of the time, but I would still try. I'll still try 3 skinnies. I think.
I feel like if you take a bunch of heavies, you're just gonna fight a lot.
And you're just too slow.
Yeah.
They'll run circles around you, which is my strategy. Hopefully, people would pick more fats or mediums. I can go faster and try to outrun them, outskate them, I guess, and score. But as you said, it's very hard to score in your game.
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
Yeah. What else do you want to tell us? What else? What are you planning on working on, or what's the future hold for Matt's McDonough?
Well, I mean, I think the future is really just trying to get people aware that, like you mentioned before, about how, we need to be able to get skinnies into these newer games in the Xbox and in PlayStation and like in the EA Sports NHL franchise. There's very limited opportunities for skinnies nowadays. And skinnies can be athletes and good athletes as well.
Clearly, yeah.
There's a history and a proven track record of quality skinnies out there. Like the NBA had, Muggsy Bogues, and he
Yeah.
was he wasn't very skinny, but
He was more of a shorty
He was
than
very
a
shorty than a skinny.
Manute Bol.
Manute Bol was not. He was very gigantic,
But he was a skinny.
but very skinny. Yeah.
Skinniest. Yeah.
So we
marathons, tons of skinnies.
tons of skinnies. Yeah, that's but
That's not a sport, though.
okay.
How dare you?
Oh, I dared.
Oh, you did.
This is Alb's specialty. What could he do to raise awareness for the skinnies? Do you think? And his group of.
I think you're already in the body positivity league.
Mm-hmm.
Why not a celebrity body positivity league? Right, you have the Biggest Loser people playing hockey with you. You have
Okay.
You have people recovering from eating disorders. A lot of actresses maybe who grew up in Canada. They know how to skate. They can play with you guys.
Okay. No, this is good. This is I took too many hits to the head from getting body checked, and I don't really have that marketing brain
Right.
that you have, Mr. Patel.
Yeah.
So.
Actually, that's a good question to ask. What is the CTE like over under on that in the league?
It's mostly everyone.
100%.
It's mostly over.
I would say.
Mostly over.
Mostly, yeah. Everyone's brain is over with. There's no. It's just there was a lot of fighting. The game was mostly fighting.
That's why I'm
There was a lot
concerned.
of fighting.
It should have been called Mike Tyson's Punch Out. I don't know why. It was a very violent video game.
Yeah.
So yeah, obviously, that's gonna lend itself to lots of brain injuries and but we do our best.
Is there like
Do you have a bad?
Okay.
What's the insurance policy then?
And wait, is there an insurance policy?
I don't
Like
think
if
there is.
Nintendo provides you, like,
doesn't Nintendo provide you with insurance, like for injuries and stuff like that?
No, we were all freelance hockey players.
so you've been freelance also with the hockey playing.
Yeah, that's what,
Do they pay you per game or per goal, or how do they pay you?
yeah per game, but there's incentives, there's bonus incentives for
Fighting.
goals,
How does that work?
fighting. Yeah,
Okay.
if you knock your opponent out, if you do score a goal.
What's your record in all the fights you've had?
And all the fights I've had, I've tried to avoid most of the
Right.
ones that, once there's a little bit of a confrontation, I really try to just talk it out because I know I don't have a big real chance in winning.
Does that work sometimes?
You know what? It never has. But it's not gonna make me give up on it because I really do believe in it.
Right.
But I am 1 in 2043.
Wow. Yeah.
So I've it's been rough.
Who was that one? That was another skinny, I guess.
Oh my goodness! It was. I like to call it the greatest day of my life because yes. All right. So it was 2-2. Third period,
Okay.
and we're just really battling, and
Right.
we cannot nobody can break this deadlock,
Right.
And we're pushing each other, checking each other, everything pixel to pixel, right?
Right.
It's a really really tough fight, and then we got into a fight, we got into a big old scrum, and I was getting demolished. I was really I'm like I'm actually may not live to see another day.
Wow.
Yeah, I was very very scared, but somehow I got punched in the face, and as I was falling down,
Okay.
my leg kicked
Oh.
up. So I mean, I got hit so hard, knocked me off my feet.
Right.
But I got like a punch, and then I spun around. My leg flew around, and my blade.
Holy shit.
My blade cut the other guy's throat.
Oh, he died.
Oh my god!
I won.
That was the greatest.
And I won.
How are you still allowed to play? You murdered someone.
Freelance.
Yeah, freelance, and also the rules are very different.
Yeah,
in
very lax.
in Nintendo.
So murder can
Nintendo.
just happen.
I mean, it happens in every game. I mean,
Pretty much.
there's a lot of murders.
There's a lot of people get slit with
In ice hockey?
I mean, it's
games
in that
general.
game, not in the NHL.
but it's happened in real life. Yeah, where the blade can. It's a knife on your foot.
That's right.
I mean, it's not unheard of.
Oh, I'm not saying it's not unheard of. I'm saying it's more unheard of that you would murder someone and they would keep you.
No,
in the
he
league
didn't
still.
murder him.
I did
That
not-
was not a
I'll
murder.
put-
That's manslaughter.
Please do not. Please do not put such a disturbing label on what
Yeah,
I did.
no.
I mean, I won a hockey fight.
Yeah.
That's all that happened.
Plain
Did
and
you end up winning the game? Did you get a penalty for killing him?
Yeah, well, I was put in the penalty box for 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
A 2-minute minor. It was
Right.
it was understood that was like not even that big a deal.
Shit
Are there
happens.
no cops in this world?
No.
Nah. There's barely a Zamboni machine.
I feel like is this guy a cop?
He might be a cop. You wearing a wire?
So
I'm concerned.
so I won.
great.
So I won. Yeah, I won that fight, and it was great. And then we won the game. Yeah, I came back in after the 2-minute minor, and
Oh, and you
I scored the winning goal.
That is the greatest.
Now I
thing
can
in
see
life.
why it's the greatest moment. Maybe if you kill someone, not the greatest, but on
But
top of that, this made it all better. I
the
scored
goal
Okay.
just erased anything that happened before it.
Yeah.
Did you
Wow.
clean the blood off of your blade, or were you just skating around with like red lines?
No, you keep it on there to intimidate them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I left a trail behind where I was
That's
going.
good.
Sure. Yeah.
It's a good.
Has anyone ever
notice.
tried to slice you, or I mean, is it? You just have to watch out. Is it just part of the thing that you got to watch out for blades?
Let somebody try and slice me, son. That's what I said. Let somebody try.
Damn right, skinny.
That probably got you some street cred. Like, yo, this is a guy just straight up cut a dude's head off. you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. That's why I still have a
His
career.
whole head came off.
Wait, no, I thought you said
No.
you just sliced his throat.
Oh, you
I just sliced his throat.
Oh,
I mean,
sorry.
it was like still like connected through his spine.
Right, the jugular.
Yeah,
Okay.
but it was.
So
It
you
was
didn't like full on ISIS him. Okay.
Whoa.
no, I didn't. Oh wow.
Are you making a pun on ice with ISIS?
Oh, I didn't.
That's a joke. We have a joke box. So if you know, if you do
Okay,
like a,
so- but it lights up. That's what I didn't
Yeah, yeah,
expect.
yeah.
That was a very exciting.
Yeah. Wow. So
This is amazing.
What a story. I mean, that didn't happen in my game of ice hockey. With that,
yeah, I think because
Mine
they knew
either.
they knew it was for kids, so they probably didn't.
Yeah.
They cut that out of the editing
Yeah,
part.
that's
right?
that's in the. That's
Or
in
maybe
the,
it was just so
it's
low
in the
res
hacked
we didn't
version.
notice.
Sure. I mean, you know,
Could be.
if you know, it's not for everybody. That's all.
Is there retribution like after the game if you like the other teams like hey you killed our guy or whatever?
But yeah, of course. I mean, I had a target on my back for the next couple of years. I got to be honest. But I handled myself well. And,
Wow.
Did the fats or mediums come to your
well, that's the job of the enforcer on the team.
Yeah,
They're
I hope they
supposed
kind of protect you. Like, don't mess with
Yeah,
my
they know
skinny.
that the skinnies are the guys that they can't really protect
And
themselves.
you're probably the only ones who can get your feet up that high, right? The fats are probably not that flexible. They can't get their feet up that
Not
high,
even
right?
close.
Yeah.
Yeah, fats. They have a lot of not as limber as you would think. But surprisingly, goalies incredible splits. They can do it
Yes.
all.
Yeah.
They're very very flexible.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. You want to play a quick game with us before you go? Does that sound like fun?
Oh yeah, I love games.
Let's play a
Yeah,
quick
he's a
game.
hockey player. He loves
That's right,
games.
of
Yeah,
course. Wed, Bed,
obviously.
Dead. Everybody's coming up on the
Wed,
Playable Characters Podcast.
Bed,
Wed, Bed,
Dead.
Dead. Yay!
Whoopidoo!
So we're gonna give you 3 choices here, Matt. You're gonna tell us who you want to wed, who you want to bed, and who you want dead. Sound good?
Okay, cool.
These are 3 video game characters. Calvin's gonna help us out with this first one here. It's from Phantasy Star.
Oh.
Ooh,
Do you remember that game?
Miayu?
on the on the Genesis.
Yeah,
Yes.
very good.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah. You know the
so
Are you,
competition.
allowed to,
yeah.
are you allowed to have a Genesis or play a Genesis back then? Was that like allowed since you're a Nintendo guy?
Look, I mean, as long as Nintendo didn't find out, I think it was mostly
Wink,
fine.
wink.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, I've heard of this Genesis, but
Right, I hear you.
yeah.
Loud and clear.
Well, they were the first ones to license the NHL games, I think.
Oh, that's right.
Oh.
NHL hockey. Good
Which
games. Not as good as ice hockey, but yeah.
yeah.
Okay, so we got Alice Landale. Is that how you say it?
Uh,
Or Alice?
pretty
A-L-I-S?
sure, actually.
Alice
Yes.
sounds like a realtor.
Alice Landale here to find
Yeah,
you,
it does
put you
sound
in
like
your
a
dream
realtor.
home
Yes.
from Fantasy Star.
So
Calvin,
she is.
Yeah, it is a she.
Yes.
So that's good.
This is not the best photo of her, but we're going to do that. She is the main character of Phantasy Star, and she's famous for being one of the first female main characters in an RPG.
Is that true?
Yep.
Well, that's kind of cool.
She's pretty cool. She's, fighting against an evil emperor.
Looks like
Your standard RPG fare.
Yeah, looks
Yeah,
like a
little Sailor Moonish in those photos that you're showing me.
Yeah. Still Sailor Moon vibe. She has a little magic.
Okay, what kind of match does she have?
Oh, I could not tell you that.
Oh, okay.
I mean, good
That's
magic.
fine. Good magic, the good kind. Well, actually, you know what? That's
the
important
kind.
to know.
She's got nice boots.
She's Japanese. It looks like,
Yeah.
according to this.
She's a very good swordswoman. I can tell you that.
Is that red hair? Would you say, or brown hair?
Yeah.
I guess but whatever. But Alice
Auburn.
Landale,
Yes.
heroine of Phantasy Star. So kind of cool. So there we go. So that's the first one there. Next choice, again, all random. The Blob from A Boy and His Blob as a bowling ball.
Oh.
So that's going to be really interesting to see what some of you freaks do with them holes.
Are you familiar with the Boy and the Blob? Also, your Nintendo compatriot.
I don't think I remember this one.
He was a
Boy and the
blob that
Blob.
you would give jelly beans, and he would turn
You would
into
turn into
different.
trampolines, ladders, bowling
Can
balls.
I see the cover of the?
Yes.
Sure, we
oh,
can
wait.
we can
Oops.
definitely show you
Here.
that there.
Also, Matt, we had at one
It's-
time in our Wed Bed Dead. You think you were in it?
Yeah, we think a skinny hockey
Yeah,
player.
it was a
was
skinny
in there.
hockey player was in it.
Ooh,
I'm sure
As
some
one
of
of
us
the
bet
choices.
you. So.
Yeah.
I hope, yeah.
Yeah.
Or wet or bed, yeah.
So this is the blob in its natural state, in its natural untransformed state.
It's literally just a bowling ball.
Okay, I feel like I've
Yeah.
seen this cover. Yeah.
So that's the second one. The third one from.
Are you on the cover? You are on the cover of ice hockey, right? That is you.
It's one guy. Is that a skinny or it's not a fat?
I think it was a skinny.
You know what? I feel
Yeah,
like
let me see.
I need to look at it again. I feel like it was it might have been
I think it was a medium.
maybe a medium on there.
I don't know.
And this is just another example of skinnies being
Right.
neglected and left
people,
out.
They thought kids wouldn't want to use a skinny guy, but I don't see why not.
Me neither.
They're very effective. So,
No, this guy looks like a medium.
Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
a medium.
Yeah,
More of a
he's
medium.
definitely-
Yeah.
So, and the last one, the last choice here from Kirby. I think a very cool looking character, Meta Knight.
Oh.
You may have known him from Super Smash Brothers.
So he's famous for being he's Kirby's rival. He's not really evil. He's just very chivalrous.
Initially, I thought you said Mennonite.
Yeah.
I was like, wow. That's,
Jason and the Mennonite. Is that correct? No, Jason the Argonauts. What was it? Who's the
Yeah,
Mennonites?
Jason the Argonauts.
Okay,
Mennonites are they're Amish light.
Something. I'm light. Okay. So
They have their own communities and stuff. They're famous for.
Mennonite, one of my favorite Smash Brothers characters.
Yes,
Actually.
he has a sword.
He's got a sword. He's got a helmet. He's
He's got cape wings.
he's a blob too, kind of like
Yeah.
Kirby. But he's
He is an enigmatic yet honorable swordsman who follows a chivalric code.
there you go.
See?
Is what I'm being told.
It's good to
Yes.
know. So,
okay.
By our producers.
Matt, thanks, producers. If you want to go first, who would you wed bed dead out of? What's her first name? Alice.
Alice.
Blob is a bowling ball or Meta Knight.
Alice Landale.
Alice.
Is it Alice?
That's fine.
Let's say Alice.
Wed bed
Okay.
dead.
I think I'm gonna have to probably wed Miss Landale
Okay, how come?
because she seems like she has just a great story. Just really been through a lot, traversed different regions, mountainous ones,
Yes.
to sandy dunes areas.
Yes.
Yes, that is true.
Yeah, and
Maybe
and
even
just
cold regions.
cold regions, maybe. Yeah, and I've fought different kinds of monsters and things like that. So that could just lead to just a marriage with just a lot of stories.
A lot of stories.
Yes.
Really connecting.
She's traveled. She's seen the world.
It's been through a lot, and I really just love and respect an independent woman like that.
There you go.
know,
Yeah.
She
And
really
she is a feminist, like I said. One of the first.
exactly.
And
So-
she's probably
Calvin loves-
slit a lot of monsters' throats and stuff.
and
so
we
you
can
guys-
bond over that, and that yeah. So that would be really great.
Calvin
And-
likes pillow talk, so I'm going to see what he wants to do with that one too. It might be interesting to find out in a few minutes. But all right, so you're going to wed Alice. Very cool.
and then I will have to bed Meta Knight.
Oh,
Oh.
Because that looks like a lot of fun, you know.
Yeah.
just role playing, you know. I know Alice or Alice. It wasn't a role playing game,
Yeah.
which we can probably obviously role play in
Sure.
our. But with Meta Knight, it's just that's really the just the fact that I can't really see his eyes. That
turns you on.
That's really I feel like that'll
interesting.
Honestly,
get
it turns
me.
me on too. I'm with you on that.
Just get me going, and yeah, Meta Knight is very similar to Kirby, right? So soft,
Yes,
Might
he
be
is.
soft.
hard exterior,
Yes. Soft interior.
soft interior,
That's right.
literally,
Yes,
you know,
literally.
and that could be fun.
Okay.
Can I ask you a specific question about this not seeing the eyes thing?
Yeah.
Do you want to not see the whole face, or do you want a face with no eyes? That's what really turns
like
you on.
Skeletor.
Oh,
Like an eyeless face.
well, it's sort of just. I guess you can see his eyes, but it's like you can't see his face. You know, the eyes like
Yeah.
glow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Kind
that-
of like a hockey mask. Like a
Yeah.
goalie.
That
Goalie
might be
mask.
why it's turning.
That's
him on.
why I think I've always wanted to bang the goalie. It's now that I think about it.
They're very mysterious.
Putting those.
That makes sense.
He's kind of like a goalie, I guess, Meta Knight. He's,
Yeah,
he's
sorta.
got the armor and the padding.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's true.
That means that poor Blob. What's gonna happen?
Dead. Yeah.
Dead.
Yeah.
Kill that
Dead.
blob.
Dead in the Blob.
Just a boy, and I mean, I must say you hear a boy and blobs, and I'm like, I don't want any. I don't want
want
to be
any
near.
part
That's not a bad.
I don't want that label attached to me in any way.
Right.
It's just not a good look, you know. And I feel very bad for this dead boy and his blob.
Well, the boy's not dead. Just
Oh,
the
the
blob.
blob.
No, just the blob
Oh my
is
god,
fine.
that is so. What a relief! I was gonna murder a young boy.
Yeah, the bloodlust is here now.
And but I mean, these are the choices you gave me, and
Right.
gonna.
Very good.
Good choices.
Yeah,
Perfect.
I'm not gonna murder the first RPG woman or
Right.
a soft, delicious knight. I'm not gonna murder out of those people.
You'd be a villain if you murdered a
Yeah,
A-list. The
Yeah,
first.
you
Okay.
can't do A-list.
I'm gonna go next.
Okay.
All right. So Webbed Dead, A-list, Meta Knight, and a Blob.
Okay.
Obviously, somebody wants to fuck that bowling ball. Let's just be honest. Someone wants to try it. I think Olive's gonna have to bed the ball. I'm not gonna say, but I think he might. I don't know yet. But
Gross.
I don't like. But
I'm
here's the
judging.
thing. Here's the thing. You can't wed the bowling ball because sure it's a blob and it can turn into anything. But this is specifically just the.
So if you
bowling
wet
ball.
it, it's always
it's
a bowling
always
ball.
the bowling ball.
Okay.
So it's like I don't need.
But it could change weights and stuff, right? Probably. Like if you're bowling with it, it could probably like, hey, I want a heavier ball for this. I got to pick up this spare. Give me a lighter one.
I
Like,
mean, I guess, but I don't go bowling that often that I need one 24/7 around me. You know,
all right.
Even if I did go down, even if I was in a league, I wouldn't really need my own ball. I don't think I would just use the one that's at the alley.
those ones suck. Those
So
are terrible,
they
by the
do.
way.
And this
They
one
are
would-
really
this would be,
bad.
but this would be a softball. I don't know if it's blubbery, so I don't know if you can actually play.
No,
with
but he
it.
gets hard because he's hard enough where he can climb in like a ladder. So
That's true. He
Yeah.
does get hard, and so do I thinking about it. But okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bed Alice.
Makes sense.
Because who doesn't want to bet a heroine, right? She's done it all.
Yeah. Beautiful, talented,
beautiful and
accomplished.
talented.
and you like magic, so magic.
I
sex.
love good magic. That's why I wanted to wed her just because she has cool magic. But I'm
Good
gonna,
with a sword. You can do some sword play, knife play stuff.
I wouldn't do that. I would just we just
Okay.
have nice, fun, normal sex.
Okay.
Knife play is a thing, though.
It is a
but-
thing.
Of course, it is.
Calvin will confirm.
So here's the thing, though. Like, I guess I'm gonna have to also wed Meta Knights and maybe I can go along on his journeys with him. See what's going on there.
Okay.
See how he fights Kirby, and then unfortunately the ball's gonna have to eat it in this one. They're gonna have to dead the bowling ball.
Bowling ball is dead.
Yeah, kind of want to fuck it, but I'm not going. I'm not going to.
Okay.
Yeah. So who wants to go now?
Hey, I'm curious about your opinions. Let's hear
Well,
this.
listen.
Oh,
This is a judgment-free. Is it a judgment-free zone?
Of course.
Okay. All right.
Wet bed dead.
I just want to check if it's a judgment-free
I'm just gonna
zone.
sip this water.
With his
Okay.
pinky up in the air.
Well, I'm going to marry Aylis.
Okay.
She's a good marriage choice because, she's accomplished. She's
She's a
well
woman.
traveled, beautiful. She's got she's great.
She's a woman, yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's a no brainer to marry her because she has so many great qualities about her. Magic, sword stuff. Now the second part gets difficult, right? Because Meta Knight, right? He's basically just like Kirby except with like armor on. Like he's
Kinda,
he's
yeah.
a kind of like a soft. So he's kind of very similar to the Blob.
He is. That's why.
Because they're both kind of blobbish. Like one is more like a cotton candy blob, and the other one's
Uh-huh.
more like a Puyo blob,
Yes.
or like a gummy blob.
Sure.
So I don't know what to do here, right? Does Meta Knight, can he turn into stuff?
I
No,
don't think so.
No, he's just like that.
yeah,
You got
but
three.
he can fly.
You got 3 holes in the bowling ball. Just
Yeah,
point
that's
that
true.
out. You have 3
So
separate holes.
here's the thing, right? So the blob can probably adjust the size of the holes, the texture, tightness of each of the holes, on the fly. So there's a lot of possibilities there.
Calvin's shaking his head.
And you could bowl with your dick, theoretically. Right? You could kind of like try and like get a strike with your,
I guess.
Matt's face is very stony right now.
He's envisioning.
No, he's just taking in.
It's just, I once slit a guy's throat, and I'm disgusted by what he's saying.
So listen, I'm going to bed the bowling ball.
Yeah!
Because of the blob's properties of doing the things with the holes and stuff.
And maybe if you were one night with a couple of friends, not us obviously, but you could have a foursome with this thing. If you really wanted to.
But the holes are close together.
We can
They're
move
very
them
close
apart. We
together.
can move them apart. It's a blob. It can adjust.
You just move the holes? Okay.
Yeah, we just push the holes apart a little bit or
Wow.
something. Yeah.
Poor blob. But okay.
And I think I'm gonna kill Meta Knight because I'm a big fan of Kirby. I played Kirby's Avalanche. I
Yep.
played the Kirby game, and so I'm not gonna support Meta Knight because I'm a Kirby fan.
Okay. But that's actually a good reason.
Yeah.
The other one was complete bullshit, but that was a good reason.
What, the bowling ball stuff? No, the bowling ball stuff all makes sense.
It does in a twisted way.
Listeners, please write in.
Yeah, who would you wed bed dead?
I would say a lot of
I
listeners are
would.
with me on this one.
We'll
but
see. We'll find
what
out.
they say.
I am not. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna have to set the blob free. The blob doesn't need his holes.
You're gonna kill the blob.
You're marrying him then?
You're not setting him free. You're killing him.
I am setting him free.
Don't try to pretty it up.
After fucking you, Calvin's going to do him a favor.
Yeah, I'm gonna close his holes and be like, shh, shh. You don't have to suffer anymore.
Okay.
So blob has to go.
All right.
Yeah. No.
All right.
It came from Blobonia, not for that.
That's
not
true.
for that.
You don't know if how open Blobonians are sexually. Okay, don't make judgments about Blobonians and what they like and don't like.
I feel like I can take an educated guess and assume that
America
blobs don't
is
want
a
to get.
repressed society. Blobonia is like Finland; they're very free.
So no.
All right. That blob died in 3 out of 4 of these.
Well,
And this is the harder one. I feel like I would marry Meta Knight.
What?
Because I think that he's really cool. He's good with the sword. He can fly. I'm late to things a lot.
Yeah, you
so
are.
that is really helpful.
Yeah.
you know, also is good with the sword, Aylis. So
Huh? Yeah.
She can't fly. Can she fly? Probably. With
No,
that
she can't
magic.
fly.
She can't fly. She walks.
She can't fly. Yeah. She's a walker.
All right.
She's one of those. So and plus Meta Knight, Meta Knight's a little surly, and so I feel like, maybe I can like talk to him and like, get him to change.
you're always about changing
I
people,
do.
marrying them, and then like,
I
I'll
like-
change him. I'll get him to change.
I
Yeah.
know. I'm a hopeless romantic like that.
Yeah.
I watched While You Were Sleeping recently, and I'm like, I can change. I can just change him, and we're gonna work on this together. Work on that anger issue. Get him and Kirby in the same room, have them talk it out.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow.
I feel like I'm gonna better Meta Knight, and he's gonna better me. We're gonna better each other. We're gonna grow. So
Alright,
marry
we'll
Meta
see.
Knight, and I'll marry Aylis because again,
No, you're betting A-list.
oh Bailey, betting Aylis because I think that it's gonna be great pillow talk. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
I'd be like, hey, girl, like, what up? And she'd be like, what up? And then we can, have sex. And then
Everything is a black sitcom with you.
Wait, she's got
know
the
why.
pillow talk for you. Like, she's got the stories. What are you gonna tell about?
Yeah,
about
what
your
are you-
open mics?
yeah.
What are you gonna tell her about? What
Hey.
fun stories do you have for her?
It's great that the sex is not even the best part.
He's always about
the
pillow
sex
talk.
is incidental. Really, every
It'd be
time.
really quick. I was like, just
Let's get it over with and let's talk. Let's turn the lights
It's
out
like,
and
okay,
talk.
let's bust this cuddlings out real quick. But really, let's talk about this journey. You're with the talking cat. Let's talk about it.
yeah.
Into
All right.
it.
Meow.
Angie starts with the wizard, man. Oh my God, we have such good pillow talk. I just love pillow talk.
Yeah, I kind of want to marry her, but I'll stick with my choices. I think so.
You guys are fools. I made the right choice.
Well, good luck with that. Please send pictures of your
will.
night with a bowling ball. So, Matt, any last words? Or anything you want to tell us?
You want to plug your blog?
Oh,
your
sure.
blob?
My-
I thought you were plugging your blob.
No, my blog. Okay.
I guess that's a reluctant one.
Yeah, you can. It's icehockey .com /
You own icehockey.com.
when in 1988 the internet barely existed. I got in early.
I feel like you could make a lot of money by just selling
Yeah.
icehockey.com.
Yeah,
That's great. One day.
I never thought of that.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, it's just
Help, see, help
yeah,
you
it's
out.
just
Well, again, the CTE. He didn't
This
think,
is-
he didn't
yeah.
think
Yeah.
about it.
so you have you got the big old marketing brain.
Yeah,
so,
I got a lot of ideas.
The non-ice hockey.
You know.
brain.
So icehockey.com
/
blog.
/blog / Mats.
slash,
Oh, there's multiple blogs.
Yeah, yeah.
slash peanuts.
/
Nut of the week.
yes / skinny / nut of the week.
Okay.
And interesting enough, that's the hyperlink. Icehockey.com does not work. You have to input.
Okay, you don't have a landing page.
No, I do not.
Okay.
I don't know how to operate any of that
Okay,
stuff.
understood.
So mumbo jumbo to me.
Right.
So, but that is the site. Hopefully you remember it because I will not repeat it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely. So,
Icehockey.com /blog / nut of the week / Mats.
I
Maybe.
think that
It's
I
in a
think that was
strange
it.
order, but
yeah,
yes,
it's a very
I got
strange.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Are there multiple Nut of the Week bloggers, and you're just one of them? Is that how it works?
I better not find one.
Who set up this blog for
Slit their
you?
throat.
You seem very.
It's just I mean, it was just some guy. I don't know. I paid him in Bitcoin. I don't know where what
You know, Bitcoin is worth a lot of money now. It's
Yeah, I gave him all the Bitcoin I had.
how many Bitcoin did you give him?
I had 6.
6. Okay.
And then
I mean, they're worth like $20,000 each now. So you
CTE, man.
what?
yeah,
20,000
each Bitcoin is worth
real dollars?
Yes, about around that much.
Whoa.
Yeah.
This is a whole different podcast. We'll talk
Yeah,
about it.
Yeah,
but we'll
yeah.
get into yeah.
We
Alp
gotta-
will be your financial advisor from now
Yeah.
on, too.
We'll take care of that.
Thank you.
Matt, thank you so much for coming and joining us today, and good luck the rest of your career.
Yes.
It's been an honor.
Yeah,
to
don't
have
kill
you
anyone
here.
in the body positive league. Please.
Yeah.
I'll make sure I don't.
All right.
Thank you.
Guys, thank you so much for
Bye,
listening.
everybody.
We'll talk to
See
you next
ya.
week.
Bye.
Today's episode starred Christian Polanco. Check him out at Chris Polanco on Twitter. Also, his website, soccercooligans.com, where he talks all about soccer and has funny videos and everything like that. So, soccercooligans.com.